All right, ChatGPT enthusiasts. My name is Mark Stepp. I am the Chief Innovation Officer at RealVolve, but also have authored some tools and stuff for real estate agents, the ultimate guide for real estate agents with my son, Cody, who is working on some other projects of his own as well for real estate agents and AI. But one of the things that we did early on, whenever we were first getting into ChatGPT, is we created this book, the Ultimate Guide book for real estate agents. And it's 154 pages of great content for real estate agents. One of the pages is this prompt that I had created. And it's really a series of prompts and advice that you can use from my core strategies. One of the things that I teach for real estate agents, the core strategies is C.O.R.E, conversions, operations, retention, and experiences. And this is part of the experiences side. The conversion is obviously everything that you do from the time you get leads to a signed contract or a signed agreement. The operations is from the signed agreement to closing day. The retention is from closing all the way to 5, 7, 12 years out whenever they come back as active clients again. Now, the experience part of this is something that happens all throughout the first three, the conversions, operations, and retention. But one of the things that I put into the book was this idea of creating a storybook with ChatGPT about a family with kids. Now, set the scene just a little bit. Maybe you're an agent. You're going to be showing some property with a couple, and maybe they've got a couple kids, and they're young kids. They're still coming, and you want to give them an experience. You want to give them something that they're going to remember you by, okay? So that's where the experience piece comes from. In this case, the prompt is fairly simple. Create a storybook about a family with kids looking for a new home for them to live in. They will be touring viewings, and viewings is what we call a variable. It's something we're going to look for more information in a little bit, and you'll find it down here. We'll be touring viewings, homes in different neighborhoods that could have other kids. The kids go on an adventure to find the house that they are excited about, the new friends that they can meet, and once they find the new home, blah, blah, blah. So it goes through and has some very basic things about a book that we want to create, okay? The variables in this case, there's going to be 4 homes we're going to show, the parents' names, the kids' names, and their ages. Pretty simple. Now, the other thing that we talk about here is what are the 4 homes? Now, in this case, for the example, very different homes. And, typically somebody's got a particular home style they want. This is not it. But it was to show that there are different home styles that you could put in there as descriptions and stuff. So what I did, because of ChatGPT's new implementation of DALL-E, it's the imaging portion of this, I wanted to see how this would be attempted using DALL-E. So basically I just came in here, highlighted the content, came into ChatGPT, and started a new prompt, and I chose the ChatGPT 4. So it's the paid version of ChatGPT, but I used the DALL-E extension. Now, in this DALL-E 3, I just pasted in that prompt verbatim into the prompt area and pressed enter. Now, this is where kind of the magic started and was pretty neat. So it started creating a storyboard. In which case, page 1, 2, 3, 4, it made 8 pages, each one of them having an illustration, kind of, what would be a good illustration, and then the text that goes on that page. Page 2, page 3, and it goes on through down to page 8. At the end of this, it says, okay, and that's the end of the great home adventure. Would you like me to create the illustrations? Now, this is what I got excited about because of DALL-E. I mean, this is what DALL-E's intended for. And I said, yes, absolutely, let's do that. So then it took the illustration part of it, of each one of these, the first four, and created the illustration for each one of those. How cool is that? Then once we go through this piece, it tells you kind of a brief description of each one of those. And then down here at the bottom it says, hey, would you like to continue with the illustrations for the remaining images? And I answered yes. So it created the remainder of them using the illustrated text that was provided earlier. Awesome. Okay, so we've got some good stuff there. At the very end, it's like, I didn't ask for any kind of cover. So I went ahead and just typed in an extra prompt that said, make an image for the book cover, that looks like an adventure map with stopping points as markers, and on the map, and that it zigzags through streets. So it created the zigzagging through streets with markers at different points, and then the different houses that they would be viewing. Isn't that cool? So very easily took a very basic prompt from the ChatGPT guide, threw it in, and it created the content. Now, here's where, and that took 2 minutes maybe for it to go through and do that whole thing there. Now, I then went over into Canva. I said, okay, let's create a new ebook. And in that, it gave me a one-pager. Went down to the very bottom, grabbed the image. Just click on the image, right-click, copy the image, and then came in and did a paste. And then I gave it a little title, Jimmy and Sally Go on the Great Home Adventure. Okay, so that gives me my title. And then I go through and individually start marking down each of the images. So I come up here and do the exact same thing. I open the image, right-click, copy, and paste that in. And then I go back into the text itself and start copying the text for this. So I copy that and then paste that into the book. So I go through each of the different pages, filling out the content for the image and for the text, and go through page by page. Literally, it took me less than 10 minutes to cut, copy, and paste all these in together. Then came up to the share button, click on shared, said that I wanted to create PDF from the download to a PDF, all pages, and then it produced this. So this comes back to the idea. Now you could very easily go in there and say, page 9 or whatever, put in some of your own branding, all that kind of stuff. I didn't do that in this case, but create the branding that you need in order to make sure that they know it's from you, and that memory, muscle memory that would be created each time that they look at this book. But that's the experience, and that's the thing. And just how quickly you can now create content like this. This is not lead magnet. This is experience for those people that are already in there. But wow, what a lead magnet it could be, because they are then going to come in and tell their friends, oh man, you should see the book that my agent gave me. If you're interested in buying or selling a home, be sure to check them out, because they will treat you right because they gave us an experience. And that's what it's all about. So I hope this was informational. I hope you guys get a lot of this. If you're interested in some of this information, Cody has this available on workflowsecrets.info. If you need information about CRMs, visit realvolve.com, and we would be happy to help you and assist you in any way that we can. So hope this finds you well, and we'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.